Hey, my name is Jaquan Douglas, the youth ambassador, the youth director, and youth facilitator for Let's Stop Baltimore, which was previously No One Left Unhelped. And Court, you can introduce yourself.
Hey, my name is Courtney Murray, a youth ambassador for Let's Drive Baltimore, and the topic today will be about virtual school.
Ooh, Chess.
Hi, my name is Chastity Soto. I'm a youth ambassador for Let's Start Baltimore. Kari.
My name is Kari. I'm a youth ambassador for Let's Start Baltimore. Devin.
Hi, my name is Devin, and I'm a youth ambassador for Let's Start Baltimore.
All right, Lo.
My name is Logan. I'm a youth ambassador for Let's Drive Baltimore.
Yes, and DeMontes.
Hey, my name is DeMontes. I'm a youth ambassador for Let's Start Baltimore.
All right, cool. And today is about virtual learning, which Courtney stated, and the experience. So we're going to start off with a warm-up video. All right, it's right here. Let me share my screen.
Remote learning on Monday. Thousands of children, though, still don't have access to the internet or technology to use online. WMAR2 News, Eddie switched to remote learning on Monday. Thousands of children, though, still don't have access to the internet or technology to use online. WMAR2 News, Eddie Kadam shows us how the school district is trying to keep education going for them and what local leaders are doing to get tablets in students' hands.
It's been nearly a month since students have been in classrooms in Baltimore City. This week, they switched to online learning, but thousands of students don't have access to a laptop, tablet, or even reliable internet. Those students are being given work packets while local leaders work to find ways to get internet to all students.
These are some of the tablets that came in.
Lisa Mullock, with No One Left Unhelped, has made it her mission to get hundreds of new tablets donated to the children in Baltimore who need it most.
We just want you to go on our Amazon wish list and just order tablets so that we can distribute them to children who need them. Because right now we need the tablets today.
She's already handed out more than 50 tablets to needy students.
So we have about 80,000 children in Baltimore City schools registered, 80,000. And more than half of them do not have internet access or a device. I believe in you.
The CEO of Baltimore City Schools says they're working hard, organizing and preparing 15,000 Chromebooks to distribute.
Priority will be given to our high school juniors and seniors. We are ordering additional Chromebooks and other devices wherever they are available. However, this will take time, as many other school districts around the country are doing the same.
Baltimore City Council unanimously passed a bill last night aimed at closing the digital divide. Councilman Zeke Cohen sponsored the bill, calling on the federal government to reimburse the city for funding to get an additional 12,000 Chromebooks and free internet access to all students.
Now is the time for us to stand with our students and work with our schools to close the digital divide. We need to make sure our children can learn, achieve, and compete in the 21st century economy, not just during this crisis, but moving forward.
The learning packets are distributed every Monday at any of the 18 Baltimore City meal sites. To learn more and to help Lisa Moloch get tablets in the hands of every student in Baltimore City, head to WMAR2news.com. Reporting remotely, Eddie Kadam.
Okay. That was a good video. So, first tablet.
We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company.
That always happens. So, how do you guys feel about virtual learning?
I feel like it's not the same. Like it's like, because we have all the work and all our teachers are there and so is our classmates on the Zoom calls, but it's like, even with all of that, some people just don't learn online. Like some people are just like different. They can't really learn online. So, I mean, even though it's the best we have right now, it's not the same as in person, in my opinion.
I honestly feel like virtual learning it's a hassle for me, and I know it's a hassle for other people, but it's mainly like I can't learn online. It's a lot of distractions on my phone and in my house. Like it could be like loud in my house or something just distracting. I can look around, and the homework that they give us like homework each 5 minutes. Like they keep turning in work to you. They keep texting you through the Google Classroom app, and they give you like it puts stress on you. I don't like it.
I feel like I agree with us going back to school because some of us cannot focus. But I disagree as well because I feel like it's putting our lives at risk. We're in classes with multiple kids. We go to school with multiple kids. So how exactly would you be able to separate all those kids? And even if we have a mask, we still have to eat during the day and take off our mask. And like it's like too many things, and we barely can really interact with like doing the work and stuff. So not in the house, and some of us don't have Wi-Fi in our house, so it's kind of hard for us to be on line on Zoom or have a computer talking to teachers and stuff.
Yeah, you're right. How you feeling, DeMontez?
Good. I agree with everybody. I feel as though if this didn't go on, like it would have been better because now that like your mother and stuff got do this type of stuff, like how people get laptops and stuff, that's gonna take a long time because like I feel as though it would have been better if it was in person, but nobody don't want to risk dying. So I feel as though it's gonna take a process for everybody. They'll be able to like learn online, like and they gotta learn like even for the young kids. Say their parents not available and stuff. Like how do they supposed to do work and stuff? So I feel as though it's just crazy. It's just a bunch of mess.
All right. So, Devin and Chas, you guys have any? How you guys feel about the virtual learning experience?
I feel like it's like a lot because like some people that have like ADHD and they like can't like focus on like one thing, so you can't just sit there instead of versus like I understand that you don't want to get sick, but like you like I don't know like
Understood.
I feel as though just like back to what Logan said, like some teachers were just giving us work just because they knew that we were home now. And it was like, but I have things to do at home. Like I don't have time to do homework still. And you're providing even more that you were doing before. You're giving us the whole week work. And you expect us to get it done in a matter of 3-4 days. Like that's not fair. You should be giving us work the same way you did before, or else at least give us a better time. Like give us next week to turn in all the work if you're gonna give us all the work at one time. Like just go week by week. And if people need help, then they should create like links where private sessions, just like they would have had after school programs for kids, for athletes, then they should continue to keep that up and create Zoom links where, hey, if you need extra help with this, you click this link, and put it on the school websites, or else at least send papers home letting people know this.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, Chastity. So, besides like Wi-Fi and also like getting a device to get on Zoom and experience the virtual learning, what are some other difficulties you guys have with the whole virtual experience?
Well, for me personally, it might not be for everybody, but I feel like since we're at home most of the time, that teachers kind of feel like they can assign more work because I guess we might have more time to do it like after hours when school normally would end in person. So I guess for me, it's not a huge problem, but I just feel like they assign a little bit, like just a little bit too much work. I don't know how it is in everybody else's school, but it's just a little bit too much.
Yeah, the same with Cud. I agree with Cud. It's a lot. I can't really, like I said, I can't really focus. Like how I could in school. Like not having nobody on top of me, like a teacher on top of me, but having a teacher there, I can have like I could be like, all right, bet like, I can get my work, and I could look at my grades and I'd be like, oh, I gotta fix this. Like last school year when we had virtual learning, it was just like you just had to turn in stuff, and there was no structure. It wasn't no order. So I don't know how it's gonna go this year.
Yeah, I agree. I just had on the top of my. Oh yes, teachers and the students. Like I understand, like Zoom, they can like draw on stuff, and like a lot of students were just drawing on stuff in class. Students were like yelling, speaking out over people, and it was just ridiculous. And I was just like, can't the teachers kick them out? Like there has to be some type of discipline because they're wasting our time. And the teachers only have but so much time until they have to teach their next class. And we have only so much time until we have to click the link to be on time for our next class. So it's like, instead of people interrupting, like we need a better structure as to be able to control the kids that of course don't want to be here, because there's always going to be kids that don't want to be there, but also like the penalty, the discipline as well.
So, Demontez, I know that you're going into the 9th grade. Do you have any like worries or any thoughts about high school since you're like hopping in it like virtually? Like, what's your stress? What's your worries?
I don't know. I probably don't like. I just like only stress I got is like focusing because like I feel as though, and plus like somewhere to sit at too, like somewhere that I could do my work at too. That's my only stress right there. Other than that, I don't got no stress.
I just feel like they give more work than they give in school. Like they don't really give as much work in school, but they give a lot of. I'm host. Okay. They give a lot of my bad. They give a lot of work to us in school, but like it's hard for us to really do it because for me personally, I don't have Wi-Fi at my house yet because I just moved here. So my mother is taking her time with getting Wi-Fi clearly. So the hotspots isn't working for me. So that's pretty much it. But besides that, they over giving us work. Like they giving us more work than they give us in school. Not that we can't do it, but it's like kind of hard to do it at home, knowing that some kids, well, a lot of kids don't have tablets or computers. Not even just that, the kids that they make us accountable for not doing the work, but don't really know our situations. Like I don't really know that they think like we humans as well.
Exactly. I definitely agree with it.
All right. So, what's one thing you like about virtual learning, if you have one thing? And what's one thing you dislike? You dislike about virtual learning?
Well,
Like
one thing
not being there.
Oh,
same. One thing I don't like, yeah, it's just the workload. Like I said earlier, one thing I do like is that even though there is more work, I guess you do have more time to do it. So even though most days you might get a lot of work, the days that you don't have as much work, you can kind of in a way decide when you want to do that. Like if you want to do it in the morning or the night, or depending on how your school's Zoom thing is set up.
Like right now, I didn't even have no codes. Like how were they gonna contact me to get codes to like do the summer work? Like I didn't have. I thought you was just supposed to read a book. I didn't get no calls, no information or the codes. Like I had to get a code through a person that go to my school. I should be getting it from the person, the principal, the teachers that I have this year. I don't even know who my teachers is. I just know the classes that I had. Like stuff like that, miscommunication.
Yeah, right with Courtney. I don't even know who my players are or like what they look like or anything. I haven't even met them yet. Just over at.
A question. Oh, you can go.
Go ahead.
I was just going to ask Facebook. How do you Facebook feel about? How do the parents on Facebook or anybody on Facebook feel about virtual learning? And you can go, Shaz.
I forgot, man.
All right, I go. One thing that I do like is like this is a better, like almost a better like option than just sitting in class catching germs and stuff. And one thing that I don't like is that is like affecting our personal time. Like we human too, like we got other things to do other than school after school hours. So I feel as though they should just like, I agree like what Courtney was saying, like give you more time to do the work and stuff and do a little bit of work at one time.
You said one thing we like about the virtual learning, right, Jay?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. One thing I like is that I can move around, around my house because at school, like I got, I like to move around and I can't sit down for so long. So at home, when I'm at home on virtual learning, they can't tell me sit down. They can't tell me go over there, do this. So I'm basically in my own world, but listening to them.
Yeah. That seems like a pro, most definitely.
See, what I'm upset about is the fact that school is tomorrow and I reached out saying that I need help with my password to log in on the 24th of August and I haven't got reached back to. So if I miss the first day, then they will just have to give me a pass. And if they do not, then we're going to have a serious problem because I asked for help. So, oh, and they send everything to our school emails instead of sending it to us when they ask for our personal emails, which makes no sense to me.
That's crazy. All right.
Quan doesn't have to deal with this situation because he's out of school.
Yes. I've been blessed with the opportunity to like kind of, I don't know, be a teacher, facilitator with you guys. It's been awesome, man. Waking up at like weird times. North Avenue. Yeah, we're gonna pick this link. I'm gonna text the link real quick to my mother. See. Has you been in the comments on Facebook? But yeah.
Keep it up.
So how do you guys feel about if you guys were to go back to school during like the middle of the year? Do you guys think it will work? Will you guys continue to go virtual or?
There's really no point. School's gonna be over. It's not over. It's not really a point to really go to school. I mean, virtually, yeah. But January, it's like school's almost over. Why we still like, on trying to go to school inside school.
Yeah, I know that some people are going to, is it charter schools or private schools just to get the learning experience and like physically. So yeah, there's a bunch
I go to a charter school and we're doing virtual.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who still want the school experience. So
yeah,
see, I knew. Go ahead, Demonte.
Thanks, but I was saying like I know I wanted to go to like the like public school, but I wouldn't risk my life to go. But I feel as though it's gonna be, you might as well keep it as virtual instead of going to school because everybody gonna be already used to doing virtual. So I feel as though they should just keep it as virtual. Might as well until this pandemic lift up.
Definitely, because we're kids and germs spread like way faster.
Yeah,
So it's
definitely.
like,
Like, it don't affect kids as much, but when you're around older people and stuff, it's going to affect the older people more. Like, say if we in school and a grown up got germs and we get the germs and then we come back home to our older like family and stuff, it's going to affect them more than us because we would be like a carrier or something because we young and like.
yeah, I used to get sick a lot in school. Like, I learned a whole system. Like, there was a period of time, of course, I loved getting the perfect attendance award, but all of that changed when I got to high school because it was like my high school is small and I'm used to bigger like facilities. So I wasn't sure why I was getting sick so much. Like, I would hear like people have a cold and da 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 da. And then all of a sudden I have a cold after I took care of myself. And I would just be confused. Like, how did I catch a cold? How did I? And it started to happen like every single time I heard someone caught a cold, like the cold was spreading. And then after a week or two, boom, I caught the cold. And then it transferred to my home because of course, my parents are older. So my father would catch it and then my mother would catch it. Like it was literally a system that I completely figured out. So once I heard a cold was spreading, I just didn't come to school. I would wear something over my face at all times. I would sit in a teacher's room. Like, I just didn't want to be around nobody when stuff was spreading around.
Yeah. It was a point where like nobody really knew what to do. So yeah. Crazy times we're in. Okay, so any questions on Facebook will be answered next week. So if you guys have any questions or anything you need answered, please leave a comment. And yeah.